Happy 1st of January 2020. I've had a haircut, I've had a shave, I have used a Hoover Sensotronic Total System 40 for a month and it's been amazing. Let me tell you how I think of it and what the plan is for 2020. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you today? Yes, this it's another machine that is utterly lovely to use, but it's just so big. I mean, I only have a small house, and I'm starting to realise that I need to stop using such huge machines to clean my house. Although obviously I cannot always choose what I use. There's only so many vacuums I have, but this has been really, really good. Now, I've actually not been using it with the Turbo 300 head. Exclusively, I actually found this, which is another contour head that I own. Because I've got the cream beige one, but it's got quite a long neck. And that's fine for plastic tubes, because they are shorter. But these chrome tubes, it was really long. So I grabbed this out, and I've been using this on the laminate. Last time I used this, I finished off with the rug. So we have the Turbo 300. It's a rattly thing. Mine isn't in the best condition, but it does work. It does do what it should do. It's just so clunky. I mean, even off on the hard floor, it does the job. But, you know, in Dyson literature, when the balls first came out, the EC24 and 25, and they had those pictures of the old style uprights that you had to, you know, manoeuvre around furniture. Well, it's probably this that they were thinking of, because it pivots, but it doesn't swivel. So yeah, if you want to turn a corner, you have to turn the whole thing. You know, you can't swivel it about, and that's the main problem, really, with this type of setup. It is of its age. It is clunky. You know, it is very good if you have vast expanses of carpet. This will be different. But with just the rug, you know, you cannot beat a little bit of manoeuvrability. So yeah, I've been using it with this, which is actually, I think the floor tool it would have come with. Obviously not broken. Mine has a cable tie and some screws holding the innards in. But, you know, it does the job. So yes, this was lovely. There is still a break in the cable. I think it's up here, because if it's plugged in and then strapped to the wand in a certain way, it does break. But I've not been able to find another plug like that to use. So, I mean, I probably could feed some heat shrink up and almost second skin this, but it works for now. So this machine's not going to get a lot of use after this. So it is okay. Let us remove the hose, which has been fine. It hasn't split, which has been a little bit of a worry of mine, because these hoses do not age terribly well. The handle's been nice. It's been okay to use, really. So the hose is very, very heavy, though. Very heavy indeed. Let's move on to the main machine. I'll pull you down a little bit, and we'll see how it's coped with a month of use. And apart from being far too long to turn around in my hallway, it's been okay. The broken switch cover hasn't got any worse. That's been fine. It's in full power now. I've used it in full power quite a lot. Yeah, the actual machine is fine. I mean, it is manoeuvrable. I mean, you know, I can't say it doesn't follow me everywhere, but when it then binds on the corner of my house, gets a little bit of a pain. The tools, I've used this to clean the sofa. I've used this quite a lot. Can't say I've used the upholstery tool, but obviously as we know that is worn out completely and is only really there to fill a hole in this tool tray. Underneath this tool tray, well, as you may remember, we HEPA flowed this and it went really, really well. Certainly better than the previous attempt when this didn't really work. I do have a plan B. If you watch my little impromptu middle of the month video, I do still have a plan to make this better as such. But do you know what? Obviously I cleaned all this out after the incident. It's fine. I can't pull the bag off to show you because it's screwed in place, but there's a nice wad of dirt in there. The HEPA float really has helped a lot. I'm wondering if I can take, not easy because there's two big clips, but the pre-motor filter is spotless. And yeah, the whole thing works basically the same as it always has. It's still got that annoying wind down when I turn it off, but that is insurmountable really in the grand scheme of things. Just to have a Hoover Sensotronic at all is a good thing, let alone one with its turbo 300 and non-broken hose. Yeah, it's been alright. Let me tell you about the plans for 12 vacuums in 12 months 2020. Because, dear viewers, I'm not doing 12 vacuums in 12 months for 2020. Now, I know there'll be some of you who are quite upset about that, or some of you who don't care. But there is method to my madness, shall we say. Because I've been struggling, certainly this year. This is the third year that I've done 12 vacuums in 12 months. And I do still love doing it, but there's, especially this year, it's been a bit of a struggle to get vacuum cleaners ready to use. Obviously we've had a few before refurb ones, Electric 345, Goblin Rio. I just got lucky there, and I'm running out of machines that are good enough to use now, if that makes sense. And I think it's just going to be a real struggle, a massive compromise, if I try and do another year as I am. So there will be no 12 vacuums in 12 months throughout 2020. The normal Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday videos will carry on, but I will not be using a different cleaner every month. I use different cleaners, I do now. If I've got it out I might use it, but you know, having a daily sat at the bottom of the hallway, it's not going to happen. It's not going to change every month for this year. My plan is in 2020 to actually have 12 machines ready to go. So you see the before video, you see the after video, because the AEG black line had to be 12 vacuums in 12 months November before you'd seen the after video, and that was what really prompted me that this isn't very good. So I'm hoping that come 2021 I have 12 cleaners all ready to go, fully refurbished, have what they need, and I can literally grab, film and go. Not grab 3 days before I need to use it and get it working and then it's all a bit of a rush. Because I've loved using the different cleaners. I mean, many people wonder why I do it. I wonder why I do it sometimes. But, you know, machines like this, you don't see very often, let alone use one for a whole month, especially nowadays. I mean, it's now 2020. This machine was made in 1987. This machine is 32/33 years old, just like me. You wouldn't really use a 33-year-old vacuum cleaner daily, but obviously you can, and the amounts of stuff that we've used over the past 3 years, God, you've got to get that right, you know, we have learnt lots. I have learnt lots. You know, I never would have thought that I would love a cheap Goblin Rio as much as I do. But what to use instead? Well, something that I probably should have used ever since I bought it, but obviously I bought it and we were doing 12 vacuums in 12 months, so I didn't use it. So, for the first at least 6 months of the year, I'm going to solely use my Dyson V11. Because it doesn't get much use. It looks like, you know, I mean, it gets use. I've used it over Christmas, when I couldn't bother to get this out to clean up 1 or 2 little bits. And this is where these are fantastic for quick, you know, like that's that rubbish picked up, put it away, move on. But this is a very good cleaner for my entire house. I live in a 2-bedroom terraced house. This is ideal for my use case, especially now I've got the hose for it, which is going to make it a lot easier to get into everywhere. So basically, there will be no other vacuum. Well, there will be other vacuum cleaners about. There will not be a cleaner that lives at the bottom of my stairs solely for use for the month. I'm going to basically use this more because I don't use it that much. And although this has grown my channel having it, I can quantify that with actual facts and figures. Could I be bothered to? But I don't need to. It's fine. This has helped a lot, so it makes sense to actually use it fully. As in, I'm not going to. I've still got Benchy, so if I've got to do something dirty for whatever reason, or clean out another vacuum, or clean up after stripping another vacuum, I won't use this. I shall keep this. Look how flexible that is. I shall keep this purely for just using normally. I'm probably going to have to keep the high torque head on. Because as much as I like the fluffy, it is a bit of a pain. Because we have to literally hold, you can't tip it back, otherwise all the dirt goes to the bottom. So you've got to sort of sit there and wrestle it with that being really heavy in your hand. And I think actually, that might be why my joint is doing what the V6, 7, 8 did. And getting quite loose. Haven't warranted it yet. I won't for now. I think it's okay. You can't fully tell when you use it. But yes, I'm going to put the machine that I'm still paying off, full disclosure, still paying it off. Filter is okay. So yeah, there will now be no video from myself on the 1st, unless I've got something special to fill the time with. Maybe. But no, I shall plod on with this. And maybe on the 1st of July 2020, I'll do a little update video on this and see how we're getting on. And maybe if I'm bored of it by then, we might change to something else for the rest of the year. But I'm going to try and go, because I do miss using one vacuum cleaner forever. I loved my Miele when I used to use that. And I feel I need to start going back there. So we'll use this certainly for the first 6 months. See how we get on. If it breaks or anything happens, I will do a video like that. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Obviously, I want to strip this apart. The day the warranty is out, this is coming apart. It should come apart exactly like the V10. So that's fine. But I want to see what it's like. I haven't used it for DIY. I haven't picked up anything I shouldn't. I've barely got above the max fill line. I suppose you can technically say that that is above it there on that side. And the only thing I've really done is fill it with a sawdust once when I was doing a video. So no matter what everybody else says, this isn't an abuse machine. Be interesting to see just how full of rubbish it is. We already know it fills itself up internally because we've weighed it on a before and an after. And even when emptied, it's weighed a couple of grams more. So it's been a little bit interesting. So I just need to use it. I've got so many other vacuums on. I mean, a bit of a channel life update. I've got about 10 refurbs to do for other people. I've got all of my own machines. I want to try and get my machines down this year. So they've all got to be refurbished and go. I want to get 12 cleaners lined up for 2021. So yeah, I'm going to go back a little bit. The 3 years on the trot for 12 vacuums in 12 months, that's 48 odd cleaners that I have used. Crikey, it sounds a lot when I say that. So yeah, I'm going to give myself a break for a year, carry on doing the normal videos, and just use one cleaner, which is what is sold as an upright vacuum replacement. Well, which will replace a cylinder cleaner with it. Obviously, I don't use uprights that much with laminate. This just gets away with it. And we'll see what this is really like. So, sorry if you were hoping that I was going to launch into another year of vacuums. There's just no point. I'll be showing you rubbish that I'm not even filmed yet. I've got the videos sat on my computer to be edited. The before videos. I can't keep up, I'm afraid. My life is just going on a little bit too fast, and I cannot keep the pace up at the minute in order for it to be easy. And I want it to be easy. I run this channel in an easy, laid-back way. Thank you all for watching. So, no video on the 1st anymore until June, July, when we give this a bit of an update. There'll be videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, and any others that I see. Basically, thank you very much for watching so far. I hope you enjoy 2020, and I, and this Dyson, and that Hoover Sensotronic, because that's not going anywhere, we'll see you soon. Bye bye.